Today I'm angry again. Very angry. Not God of War music angry. Not Kratos angry. But very, very angry. What did they do to Reina in Season 3? So, they had two possible choices to make with Reina. Either make her more Mishima playstyle dependent, or make her more stance, slop, heat dependent. What do you think they did? Which path do you think they chose? Of course, the Mishima way got fucking fucked in the ass, and they went for the stance, slop, heat way. Oh, yo guys, what's up? It's Blackheart here, and welcome to a new video. Finally, we're gonna look at Reina and their changes in Season 3, which I don't agree in the slightest, because as always, these changes want to bring even less counterplay to stances, even more mind games, even more stance, slop, and not only, and this time it's gonna be a rageful not only they don't nerf the bullshit that also this character had, but you add even more bullshit. So, first move, the new move, she has Unsoku. This is Unsoku. She has Unsoku 2. Unsoku 2. So this move on block is -3, so not very risky. It's homing high. Now the bad part. The part is, of course, this move. First of all, it's very good on hit because it's +8 on hit, and also on counter it guarantees down forward 1-2. It's +14. So a very good move to use. And why is it good, especially on counter it? Because now, let's remember that they didn't nerf down to 1+2 in it. That is one of the most disgusting moves Reina probably ever had. Okay, this move, okay? So, not only you don't nerf this fucking piece of shit move that is +7 into stance mid, and after hitting engager, basically you cannot do shit about this move, basically. Not only that, but you had even another option from the stance that can counter more options. For example, Rage Art before. Okay, let's see the situation before Unsoku 2. The situation before Unsoku 2. As you can see, all of the other. Let me put myself in it all the time, so it's easier. Okay, so she had a 16 frame mid, 16 frame after +7. After +7, it comes out at 9 frames. Okay, so +7 into this option also 18 frames, so it comes out at 11 frames. This other option, and then she had a low. I'm gonna show you that it's 20 frames. So basically, for example, a counterplay to this stance was that when someone was in Rage Art mode, it was in rage, and he would have pressed after Unsoku. Okay, everything he would have done would have lost to Rage Art. Okay, so you had to be careful in pressing like a monkey. Okay, when for example you use this fucking shit move. Okay, and the opponent was in rage. But even in the neutral, of course, if someone did armor, you would have lost to 2 of the 3 options, because these would have lost. And this would have lost as well. Okay. The only thing that would have won is the low against armor. But not only you don't nerf this fucking shit move on frames or damage or something, but you buff the situation even more, because now if you do Unsoku 2, that is 13 frames, so after +7 it comes out at 6 frames. It beats both the Power Crush and the Rage Art. So you have a move that closes out every single gap in this mix-up. So the mix-up becomes even more oppressive. Congratulations! let's fucking say GG's to the Mishima gameplay of Reina, and let's dive in more and more into this stance slop mix-up potential of the character. I love this. I love this, really. It's such a beautiful way of balancing a character. So yeah, let's remove more counterplay. Let's remove more counterplay in a stance. Let's remove more mind games, but let's add even more mind games. Congratulations. Congratulations. And you cannot even step this move, by the way. It's even homing, so amazing. Amazing! Hey! Also, I'll talk about the two Sentai transitions now that are way safer, because now Reina can transition into Sentai way faster after 1-1-2. Like from Sentai to block, let's say. For example, look at this. Ta-ta-ta. You see that she can transition, for example, before, this was basically -12 on hit. I asked a Reina player myself, so I'm saying things thanks to that Reina player. So if I'm wrong, please bash me. But from what I've gathered, basically, because I honestly, guys, Reina is a character I'll never understand fully. Like, it's a character that really still annoys me in terms of matchup knowledge. So I asked him, and he told me again that, for example, now it's way safer to go into Sentai than not doing anything, because as you can see now, I can block everything way faster. And the same applies to Heaven's Wrath 1 into stance. So, oh yeah, sorry. So now, for example, you have a way safer option to go into Sentai and then not doing anything. Instead of committing before, again, I guess before, you had to commit to Sentai a little bit more. Now, let's say that you have very safe options to even hold back. Again, it's a way to empower your stance mix-up even more. Because again, you remove the option of commitment. Before, again, you had to commit, especially on it. Because otherwise, if the opponent read that you were not gonna do anything, you were way more unsafe. And now, again, instead, the recovery time was reduced by 18 frames. 18 frames. And from the other transition to 16 frames. Jesus fucking Christ. So again, we remove even more mind games. We enforce even more mind games, and we remove even more counterplay. Amazing. What can I say? Amazing. Also, the amazing new counter it on down 2. Mamma mia. This animation has to go, really. This is the most disgusting animation I've ever seen in Tekken. In Tekken's history, probably. It's so fucking ugly. Not only that, but remember that this animation floor breaks. Instantly floor breaks. So this is a huge buff. This is a huge buff, because now Reina not only has insane Oki after this move, because of course the opponent has to recover. The opponent has to recover, face towards you, feet away, basically. So, very bad position in Oki for Tekken. But on floor break stages now, this floor breaks. This floor breaks and it counter launches. Let's go. So beautiful. From the same move in which you can do this, by the way. From the same move from which she can do this, this abomination of a move. Now she can also launch you, even if she does the single 2. I love this. I love this. Even buffs. Okay. Also, what else? 2-2-2 has changed a little bit. A move that nobody used before. Again, so we have 2 parry changes, okay, that make her parry game stronger in it. So basically, it will be even more hell to try and challenge Reina in it. Why? Because okay, so 2-2-2 now it's -6. And they did the same change to Sentai too. Okay, because basically this is the same animation, you see? Ta and ta. This is the same animation. Both of these hits now are -6. Okay, so what does this mean? It means basically that if you go into stance after Sentai 2, basically now you can jab check. Okay, you can jab check more freely without risking of getting, for example, if you did only Sentai 2 before, and then you did back 4. Okay, let's say you did Sentai 2 and then back 4. Like I'm gonna show you. Okay. You see that now I cannot do back 4. I cannot high crush with back 4 anymore. To compensate this, now, if you go into Sentai, in it you can parry way faster. The same applies to wait, I'm gonna show you. You can parry way faster if you try to jab check Reina in this transition. So again, what is their reasoning? Again, we buff heat instead of nerfing heat bullshit. We buff heat stuff, but at the same time we compensate with nerfing the situation in neutral, because again they want characters to be even more heat dependent instead of nerfing the situation, and that's all, because Sentai 2 and -6 is still very good. Okay, we need to buff her dependency to stance, because now, especially in it, she will be probably more inclined to depend on heat transition, because you need to parry, because you need to fucking parry, because the parry now comes out way faster. It comes out at 29 frames instead of 40 frames, so 11 frames faster basically. The parry comes out way faster. I love this really. This is such a good change. This is such a healthy change, really. I love the fact that now characters are gonna be dependent on it much more. This is such a cool change. Okay, so they did the same change again to these two moves. So again, both are nerfing the neutral, but also a buff when she's in it. Amazing. I love this. Let's nerf neutral and let's buff it. That's the way. Good job, developers. Good job. And then also another buff to one of our main weaknesses. Again, this is, I don't know if this is gonna be so useful, because I don't know how many times this low hits on counter. But again, it can happen. It can happen that this low hits on counter. So now this low normally, but again it's -16, so it's okay, I guess. Normally this low is -3. Okay, but now when it hits on counter, it's +3. So again, it has a different hit animation when this low hits on counter. Again, probably this is one of the most acceptable maybe changes of the patch for Reina, because again this low is -16, so I guess it's alright if she gets something more a little bit on counter it. Okay, I don't mind this. Okay, it's also +3. It's not like the end of the world, but again she gets a little bit more okay game. If this low it's on counter, that is, by the way, even situation. So again, not the best buff ever, but again they patched a character weakness a little bit, because Reina has always had not the best lows in the neutral. Now, apart from of course this new low and this new low, but let's say that now this low is a little bit stronger than before, and they slightly patched a character weakness, but okay, not the biggest deal ever. And then the last change I want to talk about is a nerf. Finally, a nerf. I guess most of the things I show today are showing buffs to Reina, but there is a nerf. So forward 3+4 charge now. Okay, this fucking move that used on Oki used to be completely homing on Oki. Basically, you couldn't step this move. Now they nerfed this situation out of the charge move, and you can sidestep right on Oki. You can sidestep right on Oki, and you can launch Reina, basically. Okay, so this is a nerf, because of course the Oki situation with this charge move, now this setup with the charge move, now it's a little bit worse, and they tried to nerf the guard break. Now you can sidestep right Reina or wake up, and you launch this fucking charge move attempt. So again, good change, I guess. Okay, so these are all the Reina changes in Season 3. Honestly, what can I say? I would have liked better balancing decisions. I would have liked Reina to become more Mishima dependent. Maybe new Mishima tools, I don't know. And less stance Slop dependent. But as always, they don't want this. They don't want technicality in a character. And not only they didn't nerf the heat bullshit, like for example, again, down to 1+2, or the stance bullshit stuff, but they enforced the mix-ups even more. Even more. And the Mishima gameplay can go fuck themselves. Basically, that's what they're saying to Reina mains. Please use heat, please use bullshit, please use stances, because the Mishima gameplay can fuck himself. So Nothing, guys. I wanted to show you the Reina changes today. I really disagree with all of what they did to the character. I would have liked her to become a little bit more technical as a character, but instead, no. We will shove down our throats the Slop mix-ups. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about Reina in season 3, and see you guys very soon again. Take care. Love you. Bye.